Hey everybody, Michelle Andrishak here, your WOW Business Mastery Mentor. I'm live today. We're having Coffee and Biz Chat. So if you're watching, give me a shout out. Say hi to me. I can't wait to see you. If you're watching the replay, put a hashtag replay for me. So I've got my coffee here from McDonald's. I'm a McDonald's coffee drinker. And I'm here at Community Futures in Central Alberta today. And in a wonderful office. You know, Community Futures Central Alberta, they're amazing, wonderful ladies. So if you are looking for funding for your business and financing, you gotta give them a call because they're super smart, super amazing, and they let me hang out of their office every once in a while. So I'm coming to you live from Community Futures in Central Alberta, Red Deer, Alberta. So if you're watching, I know there's a few of you watching, say hi. What are you doing this morning? What are you doing this morning? Hopefully Facebook will let me see the comments. If not, I will go and respond to any comments you have. Drop me some comments. Say good morning. You know, what's in your coffee cup this morning? So today in Coffee and Biz Chat, you know, I like to choose a subject. A couple of weeks ago, I talked about how building business relationships is like online dating and how the two connect. So if you missed out on that or any one of my other Coffee and Biz Chats, then you can hop on over to my YouTube channel and catch up with all the myriad of business building tips that I give you there at no charge, my gift to you. So if you want to know how to have boundaries in your business or what your numbers mean, or even how to get into the nitty-gritty of video marketing, it's all there on my YouTube channel. So pop on over there, check out WOW Women in Business on YouTube. So as I drink my coffee this morning, today we're going to talk about another part of the relationship with your customers. It's a tough one. It's a tough one because not all customers are great customers. They're not all your most valuable clients. Sometimes, honestly, they can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. A thorn in your side, a pebble in your shoe, however you want to put it. So today we're talking about how to let go of a client who is not showing up as your most valuable client, your most valuable avatar. And I know it's really hard. It's really hard to let a customer go because A, they add to your bottom line, even though they can be painful. And they do pay you for your services or your products. But are they causing you more damage than good? Remember, your most valuable customer not only lifts themselves up through using your products or services, but lifts you up and becomes an advocate and a raving fan for your brand. So if you're having a customer who is bad-mouthing you, then really, do you really want to hang out with them? Are they the really most valuable customer? So let me sip my coffee for a minute. Drop some comments in there. Tell me about a customer that maybe you haven't had a good experience with. What'd you do? Did you release them? And I want to tell you that it's okay to release them. Hang on a second. So one thing you need to know is not everybody is going to be your most valuable customer. Hi, good morning, Kimberly. Hi, Patricia, Wendy, April. Hi, good to see you. Facebook's letting me see your comments this morning. So this is really important, when to let go of someone who's not your most valuable customer. First of all, you are in control of your own relationships. So if that person is difficult to work with or sucks the energy out of you or is late in paying their bills all the time, or maybe their MasterCard keeps getting rejected and they're buying a smaller program from you and it's just not working. It's just not working. And especially for a service provider like a bookkeeper or a virtual assistant or a consultant or a nutrition coach, there will be people that engage with your services that end up not to be your most valuable client. So the reason why I'm talking about this today is because in my last Coffee and Biz Chat that I did on how online dating is kind of like building business relationships, Aaron asked a question. Aaron Fillinger, this is for you. You asked a question on, but what happens when all of a sudden a client goes awry and stops paying their bills, or starts whining all the time, or just doesn't pick up what you're putting down to help them, how do you divorce them? Well, divorce is a little bit of a hard word. I like to use the word release. If that client is not working well, if it's not a good fit, it's okay to release them. Because if they're not a good fit, then they're probably not going to be a raving fan, which means you're not going to get the referrals that you hope to get out of your most successful clients. Your most successful clients, the ones that engage with you, keep coming back, are going to rave about you and bring more people like them. But the people who are not engaging will probably blame you. It's like, oh yeah, I never really used a product and service anyway, or I tried it once and it didn't work for me. They won't accept accountability that they didn't engage, that they didn't put their best effort forward, even though you were. So thinking about releasing that customer, it's okay to say, you know what, I've really enjoyed my time working with you. That might be a little white lie, but you can say, you know what, I have enjoyed getting to know you, but we're not a good fit right now. And so I'm going to refer you to someone that you might enjoy working more efficiently with. They might have a better service that fits you better. And so, first of all, you have to know, the number one point is you have to know you can release a client. Because a lot of us think we have to serve everybody no matter how badly they treat us. That's not true. So I want to hear about, if you've released a client, then put the how-to in the comments so we can share with the community. I know when I release some clients, I'll say, you know what, this coaching session doesn't seem like it's going to be beneficial for you today. And so maybe it's time to book another appointment when you're feeling better. Or I've released people from complete programs because they didn't do their homework with me. And it's like, you know what, I see that you're not getting the value out of this that I want you to get. So maybe it's time to put this program on pause until you're ready to really engage with it and have it really give you the transformation you're looking for. So if you've got any questions, please put them in the comments because I want to answer them. I'll go back in and type my answers if you're not asking them live. But how do you release a client? First of all, you have to understand it's okay to do it. It's okay to let that relationship go when it's not beneficial to your client, and it's certainly not beneficial to you. So it's okay. The number one thing you need to know is you should release a client if it's not beneficial to either of you. Secondly, is you have to look at the long-term effects of how would the client, are they just having a bad day? Or is this a repeat of continuous behavior that is not moving them forward to where they say they want to be? If it's a continual pattern of behavior where, they're just not doing the work, then it's okay to release them and say, you know what, it doesn't feel like a good fit. And you don't have to, go into personal interactions of the fact that you're not motivated just annoys the crap out of me and I just can't move forward with you because there's nothing I can do. Or that perhaps that in a meeting you don't communicate well with the client, or the client's not communicating in a way that allows you to do the work for them. It's okay to say and be honest. It's okay to say, you know what, our communication pathways just don't connect. So it's really, really good that if we can move forward and find someone that you can work better with, because our communication pathways don't connect. So there's one thing second point. First point is it is okay to release a client. The second point is number 2 is you need to be honest and say, I'm not a good fit for you. I don't feel like I'm able to give you the transformation you're looking for. Take on the responsibility, ease the way for their release, and be honest and say, this isn't working. Our communication is faltering. And if they say, oh, I really, really want to work with you, then maybe put them on probation and say, okay, let's try another 2 weeks, or let's try another month. But put them on probation and let them know they're on probation. And say, you know what, let's put us both on probation, and we'll have these conversations in a month to see if it's really beneficial for both of us. Then last but not least, it is always wonderful to be able to do what I call the R&R divorce of your client. It's called the release and refer. So if you feel that there is somebody else that you know in your network that could serve that client and communicate with that client well, then refer them. Don't just leave them hanging. Don't just leave the client hanging saying, well, what do I do now? I just got dumped by my business coach, or I just got dumped by my virtual assistant, or my bookkeeper, or the lady who sells me the subscription box of candles. Like, she doesn't want me buying her product anymore. It is okay to release somebody, but it's even better if you're able to refer them. I'm not saying make them somebody else's problem. Not that. I actually want you to say, okay, you know what? If this isn't a great communication fit, but I know another virtual assistant who loves to work on Voxer or loves to work on Dropbox, and she'd be perfect for you. How about I make that connection for you? So you're going to release and refer. It's the R&R method of releasing that client. And I can tell you that I have released clients that have opened the doors of opportunity for more of my most valuable clients to walk in the door, that want to engage, that want to do their homework, that are like what I call my hungry hippos. If you've ever done the hungry hippo game, they're the hungry hippos who really want to grow their business and really want to put their full effort into it. So when you're thinking about, what if it's sometimes really scary to release the client because you're afraid no one else will come. I can guarantee you, ladies, that this will not be your last client. If you release a client that is not working for you, then you can most certainly free up space in your calendar to attract the right client who wants to engage with you, who will become a raving fan and bring all their amazing friends. So it's okay to release that space when you release a client, when the relationship's just not working. So 3 points today. First of all, understand it's okay to release a client when the relationship's not working. Secondly, use the R&R method for the release. So the release and the referral. Try and match them up with someone who can serve them better than you. And lastly, release yourself from the fear that this could be your only client, and you'll be able to make space for the next one to come. And you'll be focused and you'll be ready. It is number one rule in business. I keep going back to the number one rule in business is to know who your most valuable client is. And we make these great avatars of pain points and desires and demographics and psychographics. But it's even more important to understand who your most valuable client is not. And then you're able to screen the people that you work with, because you don't have to have a scarcity mindset and a money hungry mindset. I have to work with everybody in order for my business to succeed. No, that's not true. You need to price yourself well because you offer value, and you are going to attract your most valuable client, and your most valuable client will bring their friends who are just like them. So it's okay to release. It's better to release and refer, and release the fear of letting go of your clients. So that's my Coffee and Biz Chat this morning, live from Red Deer, Alberta, at the Community Futures office. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions about who your most valuable client is and how to do a deep dive on who they are and who they're not, then I offer that through my Credibility to Profitability program. You can check that out on my website, wowwomeninbusiness.com. Go into the business consulting and services area of the website. Click on the C2P program, and In the very, very first session of that program, whether you do the DIY method of downloading the video or you add working with me on top of that, it's a deep dive into who you really want to work with, who's your most valuable client and who's not. So with that said, cheers to coffee this morning. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts in Biz Chat. I'll be back next week to talk more about business. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.